Why is change so hard? Why can't we decide in our mind that we're going to do something and it just be done? I can go hard with a new habit, a new strategy on a new project for a good 2 or 3 months. And then eventually I fall off. I mean, going hard. Nobody can tell me nothing. I've already visioned that I am going to make it to the end and then I fall off. Why are we like this? Because we are humans and change takes time, effort, and energy. And this is the biggest struggle. You have old you fighting against the new you. Old you has home field advantage, and it is not letting up without a fight. It is fighting the new you on all levels, mentally, spiritually, physically, okay? So we're gonna break it down. This is session 18, you versus you, the silent enemy. I am Anastasia, your Christian counselor, and thank y'all again for tuning in to Soul and Sanity Podcast. We blame everybody else for our problems. Everybody, our parents. We blame our exes. We blame society. We blame God. Some of us are mad at God. We blame the devil. And the devil is like, I don't have nothing to do with what you're doing. Nothing to do with it. We are so busy looking outside of ourselves to victimize ourselves to identify where the real issue is. But the truth is we're not spending enough time with ourselves to identify those shortcomings, the shortcomings that's keeping us from becoming our better selves, okay? And in order for you to become your better self, you have to war against your old self. Think about it. If somebody said right now, you're getting ready to prove all your enemies wrong, you would rejoice in that. If they said you're about to make your ex wish they never left you, you would get excited. If they said you about to take back everything the devil stole from you, you would run around this room. Because to hear that, you feel like the victim. You feel like the world is against you. So that is motivation. But if they said your biggest enemy is in here, that your biggest enemy is in here, you wouldn't know what to do with it. Because you haven't spent the time with yourself to recognize that silent enemy. That level of realization takes accountability and it takes self-awareness. And in order to fight the old you, you have to know thyself. Spend time with thyself. So how do you defeat the old you to become the new you? First, you have to visualize the new you. Who would you like to become? And if that's hard to visualize, identify someone who's already where you would like to be. Because if you can't visualize the new you, you won't be able to believe that you can become that, and you won't receive it. So first, you have to visualize it, okay? So in order to become that person, what needs to change? Who do I need to become? What does my work ethic look like? What does my spiritual life look like? What does consistency look like for me? My self-care. What do my relationships look like? Okay? So visualize that person, write it down, make it clear. Step 2, know thyself. Okay? And in order to know thyself, you have to spend time with thyself, okay? And so I wrote down a few questions that I want you to ask yourself. 1, what motivates you? What triggers you? What makes you feel discouraged? What are you most afraid of? What patterns have you noticed in your life? And when I say patterns, I'm talking about cycles that keep you stuck, okay? How long does it take you to start and stop a project before you get discouraged? How do your insecurities shape your actions? And what are your good distractions or your vices? Okay. Oftentimes we fill up our time with good distractions or vices so we don't have to face ourselves. Okay. That is the old you trying to prevent the new you from actualizing. All right. Step 3, bridge the gap. Once you're able to identify your shortcomings and now you have a vision of where you want to go, now we have to bridge the gap. All you're doing is bridging the gap between old you and new you, okay? So in order to do that, we have to identify everything that's preventing you from becoming the new version of yourself, okay? Identify the distractions you want to remove, what mindset needs to change, what habits should be gained or eliminated, what routines need to be adapted, what company should you keep or remove, because old things have to go, okay? And sometimes that means letting go of old people. And for some of us, that is the hardest thing to do. That is the hardest thing to do. Some people are attached to our old selves. And in order to walk into our new selves, we have to let them go, okay? It's part of the journey. And I don't want to say it's not personal. It's personal. It's personal, okay? Step 4, create a plan of action, all right? In order to defeat the old you, you have to become a master planner. And not just a weekly planner, your day-to-day activity, okay? What will your day-to-day activity look like to support the new you? What time will you wake up? What will you eat? How will you stay motivated? Who will you call when you get distracted? All right? What books, music, and videos will you listen to cultivate the new version? What will you do when you fall off, you get off track? How will you get yourself back on track? All right? So you need to plan for your week. That's from Sunday to Saturday. Routine is crucial to keeping you on track. It is time to stop blaming others for our shortcomings. If we want to see true change, we're going to have to look inward. And for some of us, self-awareness is hard. We cannot see ourselves. For some of us, that is something hard to do. And that means having real conversations with real people. People who love you, people who care about you, people who are not going to tear you down, but people who are going to challenge you. Okay? Ask them, how can I grow? What areas do you see in me that I can do better and be better? Okay? What are some of my shortcomings? And then we're going to have to take accountability for those shortcomings. Okay? And for some of us, change is going to look like letting go of control and saying, God, I have tried it my way long enough and I don't know what I'm doing. Can you help me? I don't know. I don't know my up from my down. What I thought I knew, I don't know. So change me, Lord, from the inside out. Okay? I really pray that this message has helped you to self-reflect and see yourself in a new light. Okay? So once you begin to make the change within you and really challenge yourself, you are going to be unstoppable. Okay? So if this video has helped you in any way, I want you to share, like, comment, and subscribe. And I see y'all next time. Bye-bye.